Now, if you look at Kerala and the numbers, really, let's just quickly run you through, in fact, what we saw in 2019 when Kerala voted. Why is it that this is largely considered to be a UDF versus LDF battle? And it's very interesting to really study how Kerala votes, because they vote very differently in an assembly election and very differently in a general election. First of all, of course, if you talk about church support for the BJP, the NDA, this is a challenge for the BJP. They've never managed to open their account ever in Kerala. They've never had a member of parliament from Kerala in parliament. So that's an important highlight. And the BJP is trying to make inroads right now. But last time around, too, the NDA got 0 seats. It was, in fact, the UDF that triumphed. As you see there in the breakdown, we've broken it down as Congress, the IUML, CPM, and also the other parties here, because these are essentially the big players. So you had the Congress with 15 seats. It was a sweep, really, by the UDF in all. The IUML, if you break that down further, was at 2 seats. The CPM got 1. If you look at it in the assembly elections, it'll be the CPM essentially that dominates versus the Congress, at least in the last assembly election. But whenever it comes to a general election, there is the factor of who is the national party involved, and that goes in the UDF's favor. This time around, too, we'll have to see exactly how this largely two-way battle between the UDF and LDF pans out. There are some seats where the BJP is trying hard to make this a three-way battle. And let's take a look at some of the big faces. Of course, everyone is talking about that battle in North Kerala, in Wayanad, because you've got Rahul Gandhi contesting for a second time from Wayanad. This time, however, he is facing off against Annie Raja in Wayanad. The left also is in backing off. This is a seat that's been given to the CPI, and the CPI has fielded Annie Raja. It's her electoral debut, but she's saying that I'm a local here and that's going to work out in my favor. Now, it's going to be an interesting battle because the BJP has said that we're not shying away from a tough fight. We're going to take this to Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad, which is why their face in Kerala, the BJP Kerala chief, K. Surendran, has been fielded. But does that make it a tough battle really for Rahul Gandhi? Well, the BJP factor, not so much. It's more about the messaging that, look, our big gun will be fielded from Wayanad, because K. Surendran has never really tasted electoral victory ever, despite having contested multiple times. The other big seats to watch out for: K.C. Venugopal, who's contesting from Alapura. Rahul Gandhi was to campaign there today, has called off his rallies, considering that he has taken ill and is based right now in Delhi. Then you've got Anil Antony, who turned over from the Congress to the BJP. He's been fielded by the Bharatiya Janata Party in Pathanamthitta. A challenging seat for him because this is considered to be a Congress bastion. So he's going to have to overcome that and create his presence in Pathanamthitta. Let's talk about V. Muralidharan, the union minister. He's been fielded from Athingal, and he's seen a very, very interesting battle, a very interesting campaign, because the BJP has brought all of their union ministers to Athingal to campaign for V. Muralidharan as well. Now, Thiruvananthapuram, and I know everyone's been talking about this battle. You've got Rajiv Chandrasekhar fielded there by the BJP. They've decided that they're going to take the fight to Shashi Tharoor in this constituency. It's Tharoor's stronghold. He's won several times from this constituency. He's looking for another consecutive term. Can Rajiv Chandrasekhar actually stop Shashi Tharoor in Thiruvananthapuram? There's an interesting data point also on why Thiruvananthapuram, why the BJP is looking to make inroads there. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But let's focus on the big headline that's emerged from Kerala today, or rather has been dominating headlines for the last many, many days. I'm talking about the all-out fight between the Congress and the left. Allies outside of Kerala, all-out rivals in the state of Kerala. So much so that Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Rahul Gandhi haven't held back, attacking each other constantly. And the latest came from the Kerala Chief Minister when he said that Rahul Gandhi is scared of taking on the BJP in the north, and that's why he's settled for a seat in Wayanad.
Why is none of this happening to the Chief Minister of Kerala? Why is his membership not being taken away?
Rift within India bloc is out and open. Fireworks in Kerala as Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan are locked in a heated exchange of words. What started as a spat has now turned into a full-fledged confrontation. Pinarayi Vijayan has once again targeted Rahul Gandhi for contesting from Wayanad and claimed that nation cannot accept anything from him as he cannot fight the RSS and the BJP in the north.
വയനാട്ടിലെത്തി രണ്ടാം തവണയും രാഹുൽ ഗാന്ധി മത്സരിക്കും. പ്രധാന എതിരാളിയെന്ന് അദ്ദേഹം അവകാശപ്പെടുന്ന നരേന്ദ്രമോദിയെയും സംഘപരിവാറിനെയും നേരിട്ട് എതിർക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുന്ന പോലുമില്ല.
Vijayan had earlier reminded the Congress leader that he was jailed during the emergency ordered by Indira Gandhi.
നിങ്ങളെ മുത്തശ്ശിയില്ലേ ഈ രാജ്യത്താകെ അടക്കി വാണിരുന്ന കാലം? അവരായിരുന്നു ഞങ്ങളെയൊക്കെ പിടിച്ച് ജയിലിലിട്ടത്. അപ്പൊ ജയിലിൽ നിന്ന് കേട്ടാൽ നിങ്ങളെ അശോക് ചവാനെ പോലെ അയ്യോ എനക്ക് അങ്ങോട്ട് പോകാൻ കഴിയില്ല എന്ന് പറയുന്നവരല്ല കേട്ടാ.
Vijayan's scathing attack comes in the backdrop of frequent snipping by Rahul and other Congress leaders alleging collusion between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chief Minister.
Why is none of this happening to the Chief Minister of Kerala? Why is his membership not being taken away? Why is he not being interrogated by the ED, CBI and all these? Two Chief Ministers are in jail. How come none of this is happening to the Chief Minister of Kerala?
Have you ever thought about it? His name came up in so many scams, Life Mission and gold scam and so many scams. But how come Mr. Narendra Modi's government, the BJP government, never put cases on him, never did any raids on him, no action has been taken on him?
The war between the two India allies began when Vijayan cornered Rahul over the Granol Party's silence on the Citizenship Amendment Act.
രാഹുൽ ഗാന്ധി നിങ്ങൾക്കെതിരെ പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു കാര്യം ഇവിടെയാണ്. നിങ്ങളൊരു യാത്ര നടത്തിയല്ലോ. ആ യാത്രയിൽ നിങ്ങൾ രാജ്യത്തും ലോകത്തുമുള്ള എല്ലാ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ചും സംസാരിച്ചല്ലോ. പൗരത്വ നിയമ ഭേദഗതിയെക്കുറിച്ച് എന്തെങ്കിലും അഭിപ്രായം പറഞ്ഞോ? എന്തേ നിങ്ങൾ അഭിപ്രായം പറയാതിരുന്നത്?
I am 24/7 attacking the BJP. And the Chief Minister of Kerala is 24/7 attacking me. He says he's fighting ideological battle against the BJP. But I know the BJP, because when you fight ideological battle against the BJP, they attack you with everything they have.
The Congress and the CPM, allies at the national level, are in a direct fight in all 20 constituencies of Kerala. Bureau Report, India Today.